This is a brief presentation discussing 3 stages of recovery from bipolar disorder. In conventional approaches, there's 2 distinct stages. The initial stage is usually due to a stressful life event in which there's a crisis, so I call stage 1 crisis recovery. For longer-term treatment, coping is typically used, so I call stage 2 coping-based recovery. But what's typically not discussed is a final stage, which I've called advanced recovery, and I'll discuss why this is different than the first 2 stages. So what do I mean by recovery? Well, goals can include avoid rehospitalization, reduce or eliminate medications, manage or prevent, in some cases, behavioral symptoms. Recovery should include symptomatic, syndromal, functional recovery. These are 3 terms that are used in the medical literature, and I won't be discussing them in detail here. But the idea is to return to an acceptable quality of life. So in the first stage, crisis recovery, immediate medication is used and possible hospitalization. The focus is to subdue acute symptoms. So obviously medical attention is used, and this is often discussed in books on bipolar disorder. This stage involves confusion and is usually traumatic. In stage 2, this is for longer-term recovery, coping is used. So the focus to manage symptoms by using coping and medication. This stage should also involve professional medical attention, especially to provide appropriate medications. This is the main focus of most books on bipolar disorder. This stage can be especially frustrating because medication adjustments can be unpleasant. It is also unpleasant to remain in this stage for a long period of time, but unfortunately this is the case for most bipolar individuals. So there's an alternative, and that's a final stage that I call advanced recovery, in which you reorder your self-identity and your life's work by doing your life challenges. The focus here is to address these 3 aspects of your life because they can be controlled, which can help to prevent symptoms, not just manage them. This is beyond strictly coping, though coping is still used. Professional help is needed, especially when discontinuing medications. Few books on bipolar disorder discuss this stage. This stage can be the most challenging because there is a transition from passive to active engagement in what I call life challenges. Unfortunately, recovering is an ongoing process, whether or not medications are used. In addition to coping-based recovery, I introduced a final recovery stage that is typically not discussed because prevention is not yet conventional. Details of this approach are given in our book, and they're also given on other videos on this channel, so I encourage you to check them out. Thanks.